Hello beautiful people, welcome you back guys to another tutorial. It's good to be here again. I hope you guys are all doing great. Thank you so much to all my subscribers for your support, for always coming back. I really do appreciate this. Like, I am grateful. Please don't forget to always share my videos. Like, it's really helped me a lot. Thank you so much for what you have been doing so far. And to my new subscribers, I also want to say a very big thank you. Thank you for stopping by, and please do not forget to leave here without watching to the end of this video, and also subscribing as well. Remember to turn your notification bells on. It's very important so that anytime I upload a new video, guys, you'll be the first to get notified. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a pattern for your basic bodies, like for a long sleeve. Okay, a basic body, like this is like a detailed part of this video. I did another video where I showed you how to make a body pattern for a short sleeve. Okay, which is also, you want to watch that video as well. And also done a video on how to take the proper body measurement. That video is very detailed. Like, I spilled out a whole lot that is usually not talked about when you're talking about body measurements. Okay, you need to watch that video, and with that I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Okay, and of course that is the basis, because once you know how to take your body measurement, then every other thing you'll be doing in terms of creating your patterns for sleep, for your bodies, is very simple. Then again, please watch my video on how to make the basic bodies pattern, okay, which goes alongside with this tutorial. So now I'm going to start taking my measurements. For the length of the sleeve length I'm going to be working with is 23. I want to have a base point to start with. So I'm going to mark the starting point here. So from here, I'll start taking my first measurement. I'm going to take note of is my calf's height. The calf's height I'm working with is 4 inches. Like I said earlier in the other video, the calf's height for an average person, average woman, is usually between 4 and 5. But then again, there's also a calculation for that in case you want to be, use that. And that's bust measurement divided by 12 plus 0.5. That is how to get your calf's height. Bust measurement divided by 12 plus 0.5. So I'm just going to make use of 4, marking 4 inch here. The next one is going to be the elbow point, or the bicep point rather. The biceps is the fullest part of your arm, your hand, the fullest part of your hand, which is on the upper side. Okay, that is the bicep. And the length from the shoulder point to that is 7 inches. The next mark I'm going to take here now is the elbow point, which is 13 inches. And of course, the next point is going to be the length of the sleeve, the long sleeve here, which is 22 and a half. Let me do 22 and a half. Okay, then from this point I will add 1 inch for the folding allowance. Please, like I always say, when you are drafting your pattern, it's always good to have a write-up somewhere so that you'll be sure of the exact measurements that you made use of. So that when you are placing it on your fabric to cut for probably a bigger one, then you will be sure of what to add and what to subtract. So now that I have taken this point, all I need to do now is to create a straight line, as you see me doing. Okay, now on my calf's height measurement here, this line, I'm going to take in my round armhole measurement, and the calculation for that is bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5. Bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5. But then again, there's also an ideal measurement for that, especially for an average person, which ranges between 9, okay, 9 inches or thereabouts. So I like to work with 9 inches. I'll place my 9 inches here. Okay, then on this side, which is the fullest part of the arms, the biceps, the round measurement there is 13. If I divide it by 2, what I have is 6.5. I take note of that. Then here is the elbow. The round elbow there is 10. If I divide it by 2, I have it's 11 actually. Divided by 2, I have 5.5. Okay. Then of course the wrist. The wrist measurement here, if you divide it by, it's 9. If I divide it by 2, I have 4.5, which is here. Okay. So all I'm going to do now is to match all these points together. Okay. Now we'll come back to creating our armhole line. So what are we going to do on this part? Actually, I hope you can see with a pencil. Don't know, I hope you can see this with a pencil. I like to work with a pencil in order to actually have my shape properly. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to take from this point here to this point, from this point to this point. Let me just go ahead, since I'm not really doing that shape now. Let me go ahead with this. From this point to this point, I map out my straight line first. Can you see this? Okay. Now, from here to here. Now, this part now, on this side now, we want to create the front armhole. Afterwards, we are going to do that for the back armhole. So the first point is take here from here, mark a straight line. At this straight line now, I'm going to get the measurements of this straight line from here to this point. And what I have here is 10. I need to divide this 10 into 4. Like, I need to divide it into 2 actually, then divide it into 2 again. So if I divide it into 2, the midpoint here is 5. Okay, you can see here. Then from here to here, I divide it into 2. Of course, I have 2.5 here. From here to here, I divide it into 2. I have 2.5 here. Okay, so this is the part where I said I needed to use a pencil so that I get my curve accurately. Now, on this point, this side that is inward, this is the inside part where your sleeve is in, then this side is the outer part, so that you understand me. On this inner part now, starting from this end, this first point here, I'm going to go in by half an inch. From this point, mark half an inch. Can you see this here? Then on this point on this side, you go out now by 3/4 inch. So you mark 3/4 inch on this side. Can you see this? Half an inch on this side, 3/4 inch on this side. The only thing left for you now is to what? Connect this point. Watch how I do this. Starting from here, you connect like this to meet this point. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Then from here, you take it to meet this one. Can you see this? From here, you take it to meet this point. Then from here, you end here. You can start from any points, either this side or this side. You can take it back again just to blend it properly. Remember, from here, you meet this first dot, you come in this way on the center, you come out again inwards to meet this other point, and you end like so. I hope you can see this. So this is why I needed a pencil to have my shape properly. So once I've done this now, I can use my marker and, properly um, blend it. So guys, this one we have just created now is what our front armhole. I need to label it front armhole. Remember, these are calf sides, this is the biceps, this is the elbow, and of course this is the sleeve length. Okay, this one is the calf height. Okay, now in order to create our back armhole now, watch what I'm going to do. Remember, it's on fold. I'm just going to split this open. Automatically I have my center here already. I'm just going to create a line to identify this my center properly. I can use a long ruler for that. Be sure that you are at the center. Okay, so now that I have created my center line, as you can see, the next thing I'm going to do now is to recreate all this line that I've drawn here. I'm just going to bring it to this side so that they will be identical. I'm just going to retrace them back. So from here, I'm extending it to this point. Just be careful you get the lines properly. From here, can you see this now? Okay, so now the next thing we are going to do now is to take every measurement that we have here and we put it back on this other part. Like from here now, on this armhole line, what we have here was 9. I'll put my 9 inches here. On here, what we have was 6.5. I put it back 6.5. What I have here was 5.5. On this way, 5.5. What I have here was 4.5. On here, I take note of my 4.5. And of course, get my lines back. Okay, so now the next thing now is to create this is the part where I'm going to create my back armhole now. Just like we did for this part, from this same point, I'm going to march here. From this armhole point here, I'm going to draw a straight line all the way. Okay, we have achieved that. Now remember, when we drew our straight line, we got what we have here, which was 10, and we splitted it into 4. Okay, but in this case now, of course, measuring the same thing, automatically we also have the same number. Just here we had 10. The same thing now, we have 10 as well. So I'm just this one now, we are going to split it into 3. On this part, we split it into 4 at the end of the day to get 3 dots. But here we are going to split into 3. Okay, just watch what is going to happen now. So how do I do that? You can use your the tape rule to do that, but you have to be very, very careful. Or instead to save yourself, you can use you can use the calculator. I'm dividing 10 into 3. You know how to match your tape rule to do that. Okay? To be on the safe side, you can use calculator. So I'm just trying to match my tape rule so that it can be divided into 3. So apparently what I have there is 3.3. Yeah, 3.3. If I see how I splitted it into 3, but preferably please use a calculator. 3.3. So I'm just going to take note of those points. From this edge point, I mark 3.3, 3.3. So now that I've created these 3 dots, as you can see, from this point now, from this point to this point, which is the 3.3, right? Because every point now we have 3.3, from here to here 3.3, from here to here 3.3. So from this edge point here, this side, not this top side, this side to this side, I'm going to split it into 2 again. And when I do that, 3.3, I fold my tape into 2. I have about, say, 1.6 thereabouts. So, okay, whatever I have here, 3.3, let me do like this. And I just place it like so. Okay, so I've got the points here. Okay. So on this point now, I will go in by 1/2 inch. This time around, let me use my pencil so I can blend it properly. So here now, inwards, remember, inwards this triangle, I will go in here by 0.5. And of course, on this outer part now, the last part now, I'll go by 3/4 inch here. 1/2 inch here, 3/4 inch here. Look at the dots. So what am I going to do now? Just like we connected the dots here, we'll do the same thing on this part. See how it goes. From here to this dot, all the way to this point here, all the way to meet this dot here, and then this point. Okay. So as you can see, it's properly blended, and of course I've labeled it back armhole. So here it is, guys. The sleeve length is your sleeve pattern is ready. Okay, with this, honestly, you'll be able to get an accurate measurement for your creating your sleeve pattern. I know it can be a little bit confusing, but all you need to do is just to go over it again. I can assure you, you will get it right. Like, it's very simple. Okay, it's very, very simple and easy to work with. So the next thing I'm going to do now is just to trace out all this pattern. Okay, I'm just going to cut it up, and like I said, it's always important to take note of it on this part so that you do not mix it up. So I will start cutting. First of all, on this my allowance part, this part, this side is the allowance part where we left for allowance. I'm going to fold it in before cutting on this line. You will see the reason why we have to fold it. So once I'm done with that, then I can start cutting. And so we are done with the cutting. So opening on this downside, you can see how the reason why we have to fold this into two. This is the allowance part. The reason why we did this is so that when we're sewing it on this side, it will be able to match properly. Okay, so when you open it up, you see that it's not looking totally straight like that. Okay, and so that is it. The sleeve pattern is ready. Okay, you can fold it this way. When you are making your own fold cut, you fold it of course by the center, the hair cut it. Then when you want to create the other one, then you can flip it open. That is it, guys, on creating the sleeve pattern. I hope you enjoyed this today's tutorial. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share my video, guys, please, and also subscribe to my channel. See you on the next video. Bye.